What is up, you guys? I am Missy Renee, and in today's video we're going to talk about manifesting health or changes to our physical appearance. So if manifestation and conscious creation are topics that you are interested in learning more about, then definitely do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so that way you're notified when I release new videos every week. If you are interested in more resources such as one-on-one coaching or my new membership group, I will have links to those down in the description box below, so definitely be sure to check them out. So manifesting changes in your physical appearance is a topic that I get approached about and asked a lot of questions about. And it directly ties into your health, your physical well-being. So I figure I would make a video covering both of these topics today, especially since how this affects virtually everyone. At some point or another, you're going to have something come up health-wise, or perhaps something that you wish to change about yourself on the outside. So today we're going to cover both. We're going to talk about how to manifest good health, how to manifest any changes in your physical appearance for yourself and for other people around you. So if you are somebody that is trying to manifest good health, or perhaps there's something about your appearance that you're trying to change, if any of this sounds like you or something that you are interested in learning about, then definitely stick around through the end of the video, because we're going to talk all about how to change things in our bodies, our physical bodies, how to overcome any of the limiting beliefs and self-concept ideas that might be hindering us. And I'm also going to tell you guys about my journey overcoming a debilitating illness, and I'm going to tell you guys step by step exactly what I did to manifest my good health today. So full disclaimer before we get started, I am obviously not a medical professional, and if there are any medications that you're taking or anything that is being advised to you by your doctor, your medical professional, do always make sure to run it by and advise your physician first. I am not advocating just throwing away your treatment plan or anything like that. That said, it is completely and 100% totally possible to manifest things like good health or any changes in your physical appearance that you might want to change. Even if it feels like the odds are entirely against you, even if it feels like the deck is stacked completely against your favor, that does not matter. Circumstances never matter, and no matter what your specific situation might look like, you can always manifest a change. And I know that this is something that can be particularly difficult if it's going against everything that you have to see every day in the mirror, or if it goes against something that your doctor told you, this is final, this is happening, it is what it is. I understand how difficult it might seem to actually get over anything that is potentially holding you back from enjoying the health or the looks or whatever it is that you desire, any changes in your body that you wish to have, but it is completely possible. Anything is possible. So I actually told the story in my Manifestation and Successes video, which, by the way, if you have not seen that video, I will link that one up here. I will also have it down in the description box below. But in that video, I talked about how when my business partner got really, really sick, he was hospitalized for almost a month, I was able to manifest him getting out of needing very serious surgery and having to go under the knife. And since he's been released, he has not had any issues ever since. And this was 2.5 years ago. So needless to say, anything is possible. But what I haven't shared publicly yet is my own story about how I was able to overcome my illness. And I hope this serves as something of an inspiration for you guys and something to show you that you can, in fact, change, manifest, and condition things to be exactly the way that you want them to be. So back in 2014, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder. This was a very, very challenging time in my life. This disorder made it so I was exhausted. I had bouts of fatigue that would just completely wipe me out, made it so I had to miss work, I couldn't socialize, and it also came with periods of debilitating pain, physical pain, arthritis, joint pain, where it hurt to move. I remember once trying to walk up a flight of stairs because I used to live on a second-story apartment, and just walking up the stairs to my apartment felt like my knees, I could feel them grinding together. It was bad. And just to add insult to injury, I also started developing these splotches all over my skin. I started getting this rash that first it showed up on my stomach, and then I noticed it up on my chest, and it started moving down to my arms. I noticed it on my legs. Before I knew it, I was covered pretty much everywhere from the neck down with these skin patches, with this discoloration patches. And whenever I would get stressed and whenever I was about to have a flare-up, they would turn bright red. So that sucked. So I was exhausted all the time, I was in pain, and I had rashes all over my body. It was a great time to be alive. And though I cycled through a few doctors in that time and I got a couple different diagnoses, they all did say the same thing, and that was this was likely going to be something that I was going to deal with for the rest of my life. Well, fast forward a couple years later, when I found Neville and I started to manifest changes in my life, I decided that I really needed to tackle this autoimmune disorder. I needed to tackle my health and really getting my health back on track. I wanted my life back. I was tired of being tired. I was tired of being in pain. I was tired of having to clothe myself from head to toe because I was so embarrassed over these skin rashes that everywhere. And once I really got to work on focusing on changing the outcome for myself, and once I really started to hone in on being the person that I wanted to be and on overcoming this illness, I am thrilled to say that today I don't have those symptoms anymore. My skin is completely clear all over my body. I don't have that fatigue. I don't have that pain. It is like it completely vanished. So when I say that it is possible to do anything, I mean that it is possible to do anything. And I'm going to give you guys some tips on how you can go about doing it exactly the way that I did to overcome my illness and how I made a change in my body. Number one, and this is the most important, is to stop focusing and fixating on what you don't want. Changing your health and manifesting good health or manifesting changes in your appearance, the same thing applies for anything else that you might be trying to manifest. You've got to change your story. You've got to stop fixating on the thing that you don't want. You have to stop telling yourself about how ugly you look. You have to stop telling yourself about how you hate your nose or your butt or how you're too fat and how you're too ugly. You could never get anyone to love you because you're hideous looking. All of those stories, drop them now. You cannot manifest what you want by fixating on what you don't want. Period. And instead, you want to find something, anything about yourself that you do like. Focus on something that you do appreciate about your body. And there is plenty of things to be grateful for when it comes to our bodies. Maybe you feel you have really pretty eyes. Maybe it's your hands. Maybe it's your shoulders. I mean, it could be anything. It could be literally anything. Your legs, your arms, your hair, whatever it is. Just find the things that you do like about you and really amplify and focus on those features. Every time you look into a mirror, I want you to compliment yourself on those features that you do like. You know, just be like, man, my eyes look really pretty today. I really like how my legs look in these new pair of jeans. My hair is so soft and silky today. I love it. I love how cute my freckles are. I love how cute my dimple is. Whatever it might be, however small and insignificant it might be, it doesn't matter. I want you to amplify the things that you do like about yourself. And when it comes to your health, the same thing applies. Start a gratitude list. Start your mornings off by giving thanks to the things that you do appreciate. I appreciate the fact that all of my limbs are in place and they're working. I appreciate the fact that I've got air in my lungs today. I'm proud of my body for what it has done. I'm proud of my body for what it continues to do. Every day, I am grateful for every breath I take. I'm grateful for how hard my body works. Getting into a state of gratitude is one of the most powerful states that you can possibly be in. So take the things that you do like, take the things that you are grateful for, and I want you to amplify it. I want you to focus on the things that you do like about yourself, and really gotta cut out all of the things that you don't want, that you don't like. As much as it might feel cathartic and good to vent or moan and complain about what you don't like, it's never going to serve you to fixate on what you don't want. We got to form a new self-concept. We have to work on our concept of self when it comes to manifesting anything. This includes removing any resistance or any limiting beliefs that might be holding you back from truly enjoying the things that you want to experience. So first things first, you gotta change your story. You gotta change the tone. You gotta stop fixating on what you don't want. And instead, I want you to find the things that you do like about yourself, the things that you do like about your body, the things that do make you feel attractive, and I want you to shine the spotlight there. And every time you look in the mirror, I want you to remind yourself of how pretty your eyes look today, or how white your teeth look, or how your hair is so soft and silky. Whatever it might be, boost your confidence and boost your self-concept by noting the things that make you feel beautiful, because at the end of the day, it comes down to the feeling. And when you feel beautiful and when you appreciate the things that your body does for you, that is where things start to move and shift and change. The second thing that I would recommend for you guys is to visualize yourself as a glowing god or goddess. Now, this might sound kind of silly, but hear me out on this. When I was working on healing myself, physically healing my body from these ailments that I had, at night, I would imagine myself as a literal goddess. I would imagine myself radiating pure energy and pure light. I would see myself and feel myself as this perfect and complete and whole being. And I would just let myself get lost in the sensation of myself as this beautiful, flowing, healthy goddess. I would look down at my arms in imagination and see that they were perfectly healed, that there were no traces of any of the skin rash, none of that. I would feel so radiant. I would feel like I was just glowing with health. I would just picture in imagination the version of me who was this strong and powerful and beautiful, healthy, glowing goddess. And I did this for about a month or so, maybe 6 weeks. I don't remember the exact amount of time, but when I laid down, I would just close my eyes and I would bring back that goddess. I would envision myself in front of this huge mirror. I remember this like grand, elegant mirror, full body mirror. And I would see myself and I would literally be there floating. And I just had this glow about me. I was literally glowing. I was just shining like a diamond. And it felt so good. It felt so good that when I did finally wake up, when I did come out of imagination, I felt better. I felt better. And within a couple weeks of doing this, I noticed that my skin was actually getting better. I noticed that the pain levels were going down. I noticed that I started having more energy. I started getting more lively again. I started to get better. The third thing that I did that I recommend you do is to use affirmations to help you maintain that state of the wish fulfilled. During your day-to-day, this is when most people have the hardest time staying on track, when they are not actively imagining their desired end or what they want. It's when you are just going about your day that most people tend to get thrown off by the 3D and by the circumstances. And this is especially true when it comes to your health, or when it comes to your appearance, or when it comes to something that is noticeable throughout your day-to-day. Noticeable every time you look in the mirror, noticeable every time you lay down or get up, noticeable any time that you have bouts of pain. This is where keeping that state and maintaining that state of the wish fulfilled becomes a challenge for a lot of people. And there are many ways that you can go about that maintenance, that maintaining the state of the wish fulfilled. But the main way that you do this, as I've talked about in other videos, is to clear up any of the limiting beliefs that you might hold. You really, really want to dig down in your subconscious, and you want to change that foundation. You want to clear anything that may be going against whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Self-concept is the number one thing that needs to be the focus when it comes to manifestation. Your self-concept is the body of beliefs that you carry. It's who you believe you are. It's what you assume is true about yourself and about the world around you. So self-concept is everything. By changing our self-concept through changing any of the limiting beliefs that we carry, this is how we begin to automatically start manifesting what we want. And affirmations are a great tool to help you do this. But there's a couple things that I want to note about affirmations, and some of the things that I notice people doing that are throwing it off and making it so it's not working. And I want to make sure you guys don't fall into this trap. So when it comes to affirmations, there are a couple of things that are really important to know. And this goes for anything, by the way. This goes for whatever you're trying to manifest. So if you have struggled with affirmations in the past, if you have struggled with making them believable or finding that they didn't work, I want you to note this one thing that will dramatically increase the effectiveness of your affirmations. And that is, they have to resonate in a way that you can allow yourself to really embody that affirmation, and that it will invoke a feeling, a strong feeling from these affirmations. Because again, feeling is everything. Feeling is the language of your subconscious mind. It cannot understand words. It understands feeling. One of the most effective ways to do this is to craft your affirmation and word it in a way that allows it to become more believable. Using phrases such as "I choose" or "I love it when" can be much, much, much more effective than by just trying to use I am statements alone. Instead of saying, "I love my nose," I love how pretty my nose is, if you don't like your nose, or if you don't think your nose is attractive, instead try to say something like, "I choose to allow myself to feel more confident today. I choose to allow myself to appreciate my body and every part of my body. I choose to accept myself today. I choose to be thankful for everything my body does. I choose to have gratitude for all the work my body puts out. I choose to feel beautiful today. I choose to believe the new story today. I choose to accept and love myself." Notice the difference between the two and which one feels more obtainable, which one feels more believable, which one resonates a little bit more. Another thing that you can use is "I love it when." I love it when I feel good about myself, and I love it when I have those good days. I love it when I feel healthy. I love it when I get compliments on my looks. I love how it feels when I imagine myself as the person I want to be. Instead of just saying the affirmation and trying to fight against yourself and fight against your conscious mind, that ego mind that is going to say, no, you don't. You don't feel healthy. You feel like shit. You don't like your nose. You think you're ugly. And it turns into this wrestling back and forth with your own mind. Instead, find ways to word your affirmations in a way that is going to resonate and it's going to help make it more believable. Because again, it's all about getting that feeling. I love imagining myself as the person I want to be. I love when I have those days that I feel beautiful. I love how I look in this dress. I love when my boyfriend tells me I'm gorgeous. Notice how they feel compared to effectively just trying to lie to yourself. And there are some I am affirmation statements that you can use to help you better accept the new story. I am motivated to make changes in my life. I am becoming the best version of me. Every day, I'm feeling better and better. I am worth it. I am confident that I can do this. So play around with how you word and how you phrase these affirmations, because this can be the difference between success and failure when it comes to affirming. You're doing it in a way that you're not fighting with your mind over the affirmation, that it's something that you can in fact resonate. It is believable enough to where you can allow yourself to have that feeling that comes with that you can invoke that feeling of what you ultimately desire to experience. And for me personally, when I started doing this, when I started to change my story, when I stopped fixating on what I didn't want, when I started focusing on better health, when I started imagining myself as that goddess, that beautiful, vibrant goddess, and when I started to affirm that I was feeling better every day, within the span of a couple of months, my rash was completely gone. It completely faded from my body. I have more energy now than I did in my early 20s. I sleep better. I feel better. And best of all, I don't have those days of pain anymore. I can run without feeling my knees cramp up and without feeling my joints grinding together. I noticed that I naturally had the drive to start eating better. I had a drive to start working out, whereas I never liked to work out before. I was never the type of person who enjoyed exercising. And the best part is none of this was forced. None of this came from a place where I felt like I was trying to do it, where I was forcing myself to do it. Because as you begin to change that concept of self, you'll find that you are naturally driven and naturally motivated to make these changes. It becomes effortless. And that's how you know that you are in fact dwelling in the right state. And that's how you know you are in fact changing your story, changing your self-concept, removing any of those old limiting beliefs that were keeping you miserable and were keeping you sick and were keeping you unwell. So no matter what you are dealing with, no matter what you're going through, know that it can be changed. Know that you can overcome anything. I don't care what the circumstance might look like. You can make anything happen. You can create a version of yourself that is vibrant, that is beautiful, that has so much energy. You can make a version of you that is that goddess or that god that you are. Fully immerse yourself as the person you desire to be. At the end of the day, this goes for anything that we're trying to do. Because once you can truly begin to accept the new story, once you truly begin to feel from that place of being beautiful, of being healthy, of being whole, and once you truly start to live as that person that you desire to be, that's when you can manifest anything you want. So I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in checking out any of my other resources, I will have links below to my one-on-one coaching, my blog, my social links, my membership group, and my podcast. I got a lot of stuff for you guys, so definitely be sure to check it out. Also, do not forget to check out these videos over here. Each video is a different topic, but it all talks about how to manifest the best life ever. So until we meet again, take care, be well, and never forget how powerful you truly are. You can do anything. Happy manifesting, you guys.